Prince Harry now finally realising, according to a very close source next to him, that this is truly now what his family really think of him. As ever, let me explain. Hi, good morning. How are you? Nice to see you today. Can we just start off with some congratulations, by the way, to one of my favourite royals, as you know, one of the senior royals, Her Royal Highness, the Princess Royal, Princess Anne. Right, the lovely Princess Anne, who's become Deputy Colonel-in-Chief of the Royal Regiment of Scotland. I mean, marvellous, isn't it? And, you know, really, you just know she's going to put the work in. It's going to mean something. And I think more importantly, when she attends events, will bring a huge crowd. Congratulations, Mom. Well deserved. Obviously something that hasn't gone down, as one can imagine, particularly well with the former royal known as Prince Harry. You see, he had all these roles. That was one of the biggest problems, you know, upon his departure from the monarchy. He was really, really upset when Her Majesty the Queen decided to strip him of all those military titles, because he felt, having done 2 service tours of Afghanistan, etc., that he served his stripes and it was something that he could retain and be very useful for. But as she very famously pointed out, it's a half in or half out option. It's not an option. You're either in or out. And out went all of those things. Now, as we told you the other day, Prince Harry was very, very emotionally upset at his removal from the royal website, his HRH title. I think, you know, according to a very good source in courtier land, shall we say, I don't think he thought it would ever truly be updated. Of course, things move at a very slow pace within palace walls, let me tell you. Some people have accused the British monarchy of being petty, of doing this. It's part of the deal. There's no pettiness at all. And as we also told you, it's very tricky times now for the royal, because as he likes to be introduced with full titles, as we saw in the Royal Court of Law, His Royal Highness Prince Harry, then that's the way he's going to push forward. It's going to be interesting exactly how they lock horns in the future. But now, according to a very well-placed source out in California, this has been fed to him as if this is now what the family truly think of you. They've ostracized you, cut you off, you have no base there, no home, and you're not invited to any private events. Now, some people might suggest you get what you deserve. You've trashed them on international television, you've written a book about them, and you continually do things to alienate and aggravate them. It doesn't matter what the royal family are doing. Seemingly, Harry and Meghan have to come up with their own outer extended royal court all the way in California, even though they wanted out of British monarchy life. But on a more serious note, according to that well-placed source, Prince Harry is silently fuming. Fuming because this happened while he was on his tour to Tokyo in Japan and of course Singapore. He felt that this was a nasty negative, put a stain on what should have been a positive visit. Short memory though, Harry, because you've done many of those when the British monarchy have been doing their own far more worthy thing over here in the United Kingdom. Let's not mention the Prince and Princess of Wales. But this really is going to be a problem now, because Harry angry is very, very difficult to deal with. All senior members of the monarchy know this, but they feel they've got no other choice, and they're simply adhering to royal protocol. He's not a working member of the British monarchy. He's not allowed to use his HRH title in public. And the bottom line is, they've moved on. Isn't it about time that Prince Harry did the same? Seemingly though, one might suggest he could come back out again fighting. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.